is a jigsaw puzzle with some missing pieces, a great way to explain one of my integration experiences with healing with psychedelic assisted psychotherapy. Let's get into it. Hi everybody, my name is Jill. Welcome back to the Journey Sage. And this is a channel that I wish had been around when I was healing my childhood trauma-induced PTSD with psychedelics. Because today I'm going to talk about an integration experience that was unexpected and absolutely fantastic at the same time. Okay, so two pieces of information that you need to know first. Number one, I've always talked on this channel about the idea of integration, having a memory float up, and I need to look at that memory and see it from an adult perspective and reframe it. And I've always talked about memories in terms of one at a time. Secondly, I think I will not surprise any other woman out there by being vulnerable and saying that I have my own share of body issues, body shame. And I always assumed that half of it came from an abusive father who wouldn't hesitate to tell me I was fat and ugly whenever possible. And also the combination of overly photoshopped pictures that we all see at any point. That's what I thought, my internal body image stuff was all about. So, fast forward, here I am after my second therapeutic journey, and I'm going through my integration. And as always, I'm walking Sadie dog because I'm a D- meditator. But when I walk the dog, that's when my mind was able to relax. And suddenly I had 5 memories kind of float into my consciousness that I was suddenly aware of, and some of which I hadn't thought about in like years and years and years. Okay, so I'm going to pop up the picture of the jigsaw puzzle to give you an idea that as I was going through the experience and walking the dog, like these memories were just kind of like puzzle pieces, just kind of like what's going on here. All right, so first one was when I was 12 and a neighbor solicited me for sex. I learned very quickly to wear very baggy clothing and always have my key out for protection. Age 16, I still remember my mother's face as she was super concerned about what I was showing in the outfit that I wore to go to cheerleading practice. And I was wearing what everybody else was wearing, but I still really remember her concern. Age 18, it was not uncommon for me to wake up with my father in my bed. We had lived for over a year in a 1-bedroom apartment, and the frequency of him being in my bed when I woke up was increasing. Nothing ever happened, but it was certainly weird. Age 19, I was at a bar. A couple of handsy guys kind of cornered me. Took a little bit of maneuvering to get out of that, but was not a great experience. And then fast forward all the way to age 48 until after my partner Carl had passed away. And suddenly my neighbor, who liked to drink while sitting out on the porch, would routinely hit on me and comment on what I was wearing and how I looked. And so these 5 memories, they float up. And I say float up because that's how it kind of felt like I would suddenly just start thinking about them. I go back home, I start journaling, and it wasn't till I kind of started to put just like these jigsaw puzzle pieces together, and I could look at the entire puzzle with some pieces missing. I guarantee I don't remember everything from my childhood, so I love how this picture depicts that. But as a whole, I could look at it and say, I think some of my body image stuff was actually fear-based. Because remember, most of my intentions for all of my 3 journeys somehow had a fear element. I'm afraid of the universe. Fear was like a major part, a major symptom of my PTSD. So how do these 5 memories kind of relate to fear? When I looked at them, I realized that I was internally saying, something I'm doing, the way I look, the way my body looks, what I'm wearing is bringing danger to me. The reframe, when I was able to look at the big picture of those puzzle pieces put together, the reframe was, all of those other people, they were responsible for their actions. Me as a person, I'm allowed to exist. I'm allowed to look attractive. I'm allowed to wear clothing I want to wear. And all of those other people, they in some way, shape, or form were either putting their stuff on me or acting inappropriately. And I am not the cause of danger. Their behavior, their choices, that's the danger. So what was really interesting was that a couple of weeks after this integration experience, I noticed that at the gym, I was wearing far more gym appropriate clothing. The big baggy t-shirts were kind of slowly disappearing out of my wardrobe. I was feeling way more comfortable with myself. And I found this process of healing just so fascinating. I didn't go into a journey saying, let me talk about body image. I went into every journey talking about fear, and here this unexpected bit of healing happened. And it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. So this story and others is in my memoir, Rescuing Jill, and the companion Intention Setting Workbook. They're both on Amazon. Head on over to thejourneysage.com for more information and resources about psychedelic-assisted psychotherapy. And of course, you can throw questions down below in the comments. And so until next time, take care.